have the preparation for this. So yeah, good. And so something else to touch on is if you remember the other day, I think we were casting it, but it was a game where Mobe was playing this Tusk, and we were like, he needs to pop off on this Tusk.
Oh, he did, didn't
and he absolutely blew the game wide open. He was like 13-1-6.
Oh, hang on. Again, obviously with Terrorblade coming in the club. Most. Back off. But obviously bring the Terrorblade in. Game where it's going to be fine. You know, what are the vulnerabilities?
I'm okay with this because they have the double range versus Ursa, so it's a lot of pressure that you can apply. That's why I was kind of suggesting like the Snapfire, because yeah, it can be a little volatile and stuff like that, but you just want to be able to slow down this Ursa farm, because if Ursa doesn't have it, pretty much like if Alliance doesn't set the momentum in this game, at some point Ivy, they'll be able to just carry and win the game, right? Okay. Like TB is going to be the end-all be-all, so I think just pressure style, get the momentum. I'm all right with it. The one thing is, you definitely can just die. Right, you can be a bit fragile if you are playing this caught a bit.
And talk to me about his mid. So, you know, mobile and just off. You know, at the end of the day, he's a playing. Hansken. Trouble is, he's got the level 1 star storm, so jump away, but won't waste any time chasing him out. Just harass him, push him back. I bet you the mid lane matchup, you know, you're a Tusk, you're against a Bat Rider. Surely this is still going to be pretty miserable for the Tusk. I mean, how's the Tusk going to come out of this matchup? How do you do it?
It's going to be hard for sure. I mean, I was mentioning pre-panel like how good Chuan has been for this team. He is an absolute monster, and he's hungry. The games that they need him to pop off, he's popped off every time. So, yeah, I don't know. I think it's going to be a bit difficult. Like the last hitting and stuff like that, do okay, of course, but there could be constant kill threat the hero versus. Let's see how Mobe does. So, you know, it wasn't really about the lane, how good he did last time on his touches. So I think that's the big.
And then he's just checking out this top lane, a lane in which Alliance may not be prepared for. How do you imagine this high Ricky? Can they slow down the Terrorblade that much in the lane?
No, I don't think so at all. If anything, they just beast it. It's kind of a similar. It's not exactly
nice grab. Very nice there with the bushwhack, catching Hansken mid lane.
Beautiful. Yeah, I don't think they're going to be able to touch this team. It's like it's not exactly like a Bat Rider plus the Ricky, but it's very similar. It's Anchor Smash beating these stick charges. It's Strikes beating stick charges. Complete Sheep plus Living Armor. I think unless Ivy makes it huge, and I think
this is one of the reasons why I feel that he knew that they just wouldn't have a lane combination and actually bother him in the early stages of this game. He's got the time.
Look at him. He's got 18 armor. Got Living Armor onto him.
The price is mine.
Level 3 now on Jay and Vincenzo, so 4. Okay.
So far in the mid, I think it's just that Mobai is trading, yes, very, very evenly. 4 against the 51. The effects of the bat, he's able to play around them. It's not causing any.
Yep. That's it. Stick that we see every time we do matchup. Well.
One line. Play around this HP.
Radiant's courier has been killed.
JM even having to take out one
lane on 5.
And that's going to be a fair bit of regen cut out the lane there. Dangos, you set Dangos.
That's for Jam. Let's die. Leech Seed takes it. It's gonna probably kill him. Oh my god. Okay, he did the math, what you say?
Calculated. he did. You know, he's like, well, what are you guys worried about? I'm not going to die. And he picks up his Ring of Hell. He's still going to sit very, very low. I mean, at the end of the day, you know, it doesn't really matter. Right? What does it matter if he's full HP or low HP? It's not like he's going to be able to harass this Terrorblades. He's standing at the edge of the lane anyway.
I guess he's just not really getting many last hits, but I guess it'll get better and better now.
He's just doing so much work with it. He just punches at 2 of them. And every now and then, Terrorblade comes in and summons up to him, some against them. But James just punching these two, and he's giving a good job here. Polo and S4 just constantly on the brink of death.
Some of these 5 heroes are just so absurd. This is like the Undying and Tree factor. As S4, this time he's dying. Nope,
He's not.
Kraken.
You know, he knows what he's doing. He just
knew it was
likes to
gonna
live on the edge, permanently on 100 HP. In this game,
Man, what a beast. No, I mean, it's a free farm Terrorblade. Definitely some concerns.
It's the last people from Terrorblade that he's safe. I would be very confident in the Terrorblade pickup.
Hey, it's good. Limits.
Charlie can kick.
Stop!
Never lead on 5.
Ends up going into.
Charlie is free farming though. That is what I thought he was going to be under a little bit more pressure.
But he's a free farm Mercer versus a. The match doesn't. The equation doesn't work that well for you.
No, that's what it's going to have to be. That's why we can't do it.
Doesn't matter though. The Firefly pretty much takes you down for 3 straight away. So at the same time, won't be able to dive the tap. Live there.
Power Rune.
Making sure. Further action coming in under the tower.
Okay. One is coming over.
Radiant structures are fortified.
Funnel is stack 20. He's trying to use the glyph to dive right now. Oh, there's a lasso already.
I mean, this should be a kill. All right, Q. Indeed, once again, Q a saving grace that Mobile is needed. Good jam as well for him. Making sure that Chuen doesn't get the chance to get as aggressive as he wants to with the Arcane Rune. Be a bit careful himself with the 2 supports around this lane. Not going to be able to dive and get this Ivy. Doing a good job of just making sure that none of these lanes Alliance can set up for the early kills that they kind of want to get that advantage with the scarf they're running.
Radiant's courier has
Players
been
really
killed.
pushing the limits in this game. We see S4 sitting at like 1%. Chuen, I mean, if he stepped up literally an inch closer, he's going to get punched under tower there and probably die. So Ivy, 3-0, actually Terrorblade, their lane setup. Everyone in all 3 cores are looking really good. It's a good game with their constant rotation. Definitely a recipe for success. This is like a, you know, their draft is not fully late game oriented, but it has that late game dominance of it. Yeah, excellent.
Because if IR65 happens today, he gets sort of his first 2 major Terrorblade and point them, IBM lost him. At that stage in the game, how do you sort of see Alliance being able to kill a Terrorblade?
It's not going to be that easy. They're going to have a really explosive time earlier. This Alliance draft is going to have to thrive around that 15 timing, right? When they get shard on Pop, when they have this like Battle Fury Earth farming on the other side of the map, 3 need to be paired up. And Bat Rider, Ricky, Mirana, they have to be starting causing havoc in order to get some power. Look at Alliance's draft. How do they hit buildings? The only real way of hitting buildings is like winning a team fight, probably, or something.
Your tree has
Bottom.
Dire structures are fortified.
He's going to have the old Charlie.
My bot
Sorry.
cast upon the tides.
Meanwhile, up top, Mobile came in with the rotation, and they're able to take S4 out of the
Maybe
lane.
my finger got twitchy.
I also have to play again. This is definitely not the start that Alliance need.
No.
This is a rough opening 8.
Absolutely agreed. And looking at Mobe, we're seeing a different build. It'd be interesting. Like, hold it up. I think we're casting. He'd be unbelievably happy because this is
Right, you think we never see that?
Radiant's middle tower
They will
is
be
under
able to get
attack.
themselves as a team to chase down Cupid as well. Top of the story with the lasso.
What a fun sport.
Keep him alive.
I think the odds flashing this long.
They'll still get him. Alliance finally able to find some early action and have Charlie being a little off as timing.
If you get any of the kills there, he'd get okay. Definitely gonna accelerate him. Opponent goes to the south. Great TP, and that's how he's gonna have to be, right? This bat has to be incredibly active. I mean, he always goes to travel, but I think in this game he has to kind of opt away from like super heavy farmer on the bat and has to show up a bit more. S4's game is very slowed down. He's not going to be able to make too many rotations. Tide.
Or are we going to
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
going to try and
Got ya!
jungle handscan will get found.
The auras are quite nice this game for sure. You can see it, but Blink is also really good whenever you have Mirana.
Look at
Then
this
you have
early
the combo.
pressure here. Power 65 turned up to the mid lane. Started to do
Radiant's
damage.
middle tower is under
He wants
attack.
out. He'll just be able to take it. We'll see how Alliance react to this. They're kind of
Makes
eyeing
sense.
up from the side, but indeed the tower.
Radiant's middle tower
7
has
minutes in.
fallen.
Terribly
Radiant's bottom
able
tower
to step
is
up
under
in the mid
attack.
and take the tower. Something that I would have felt he shouldn't have been allowed to get away with. But he did.
Yeah, so I mean, they didn't want to swing over the tide at all. I mean, S4 is just really content with, I guess, just totally trying to go farming because the only person that can show up and really be like, I'm going to really stop you from tide. So, a bit interesting to see Alliance lose mid tower. Like, it's not a safe place.
Yeah.
Losing your
And
mid
to
is,
the enemy Karas.
yeah.
Who's, you know, at a point of the game, would say is the point where the Terrorblade, he shouldn't feel like he's able to do that. Because if he feels like he's able to do that now,
under
just
attack.
imagine what he feels able to do in 10 minutes. And
Absolutely.
Never
And Moba, he
leave
switched.
lane
Oh
on
man,
I
five.
don't get the
would've been
medallion.
so happy. No, I mean, I didn't really believe in it either. I was looking and I'm like, I mean, there's not really a reason. He already has living armor and stuff with TB. There was no reason to go for it. He just, and I like
Dyer's
that. I mean,
courier
if he does
has
go
been
for
killed.
BKB early, we mentioned the snowball interaction versus.
definitely, and they're going to feel it as well, Ivy. I think the Alliance, they're going to start feeling the pressure, having to make something. Obviously, without Charlie, it's going to start to this Battle Furiosa and the other heroes want to do something soon.
Yeah, I think 15 minutes is what I'm looking at, right? It's Ricky Shard. If they don't start finding some explosive type of just constant kills around the map with him, the shot plus a couple heroes, I'm very worried the moments after that. Because look at this, like Ivy, the way they're playing. Like even Onmi plays tough at the bottom. Twin shows himself, but immediately Kyo is like, okay, they're not going to do anything. When meta was on cooldown, I'm just going to use the next meta
Dyer's
to push
courier
bottom
has
tower as
been
well.
killed.
Alliance, them opening up the map for themselves, as we said, they don't have waste. And they're playing versus Dream. They're waste to take Rose for taking these towers.
Dyer's middle tower is under attack.
Dance around them a little bit. Killing spree.
Similar to how he did it last time, 3-0 on this
Radiant
cusp. Rotations
structures
have been
are
clean,
fortified.
and they're the ones dictating the pace with the TV.
I mean, that's the thing. What, 13 minutes in, Terrorblade's taken 2 of your towers.
Ruh-roh. Minutes in, no Ravages either. They haven't gotten S4 really involved, not just that laning phase. And he is going to go for Pipe, so it's going to help a bit for Celeste, but that's not going to help.
Radiant's
Storm versus
bottom
us.
tower is under attack.
And it really is. They don't have the heroes, and you don't have the heroes' powers against the team.
Yep.
So the chance of being for any guys, I really do think Ivy did some late in. I think very difficult for Alliance to play.
Yeah, absolutely agree. I love the switch up to put this Clash off lane. Now we're good. They're stepping up a little too far. Got an arrow. They're just going to throw the Ravage.
It's right. And then they have to see if they could get it. Even up with the living armor. Look at their range of tournament. They got to get the catch on with the 2 of them. Look at this. Where the Terrorblade. 565 is going to be here.
Never
And
leave
this
lane
game only
on
looks to get
five.
rougher for Alliance. They blow the Ravage there and attempt to at least get
Dyer's top
on-lane
tower
kill.
is under
They
attack.
don't even get that. They end up losing 3 heroes with Hansken also going down.
They're in serious
This is
trouble.
going to be a very difficult game for Alliance to turn. It's coming up to the
Absolutely.
15-minute mark. We'll see, as you say, maybe when the card comes out. But
Dyer's top tower is under
no
attack.
Ravage to play with. And as we're seeing that, even if they do get some sort of opening stun, running damage to the boards is going to be so hard. Continuously, they're punching the
Dyer's
get the
top
free
tower
farm, and he's
is
just
under
turning up to
attack.
take objectives.
And although it's also spotted, I mean, they're just getting kill after kill after kill. 10-2 with the TV draft versus this Alliance draft right now. Game, I feel like the windows for Alliance is closing very quickly. You mentioned the 15 timing and stuff like that, but I was mostly looking at Chu in this
Dyer's
game.
top
To,
tower
at
is
this
under
point, he's
attack.
actually the one I feel like that has to be like 4-0-4. He has to be the one that was like Mobe right now. This Tusk leading the charge every single time, showing up fights. This Alliance, this game could just get completely out of control. They might actually have to start bringing Charlie into fights, and sometimes you do see these Ursa. They go for like Battle Fury into the blink so they can start getting involved. He's going BKB, so he's not even going to be able to get involved and blow up targets with Lasso or with Ravage. So, more concerns for me.
No, for sure. And even then, when you have turning up, you're getting punched in the face.
You were all
At the same time, look down bottom, look at Dick or Ivy. They take out Juan.
Dyer's top tower is under attack.
I bet Mobe is tempted to buy the Deso right now with how good his game is
He's
going.
a good game, yeah.
He's got the gold for it right now.
Do it.
Honestly, he can one shot. He can almost one shot bats and Miranas and stuff like that. It might be
Dyer's
tempting.
top
He
tower
might
is
regret it
fallen.
though if he gets smoke screen.
Yes,
Yeah,
that is
so
the
I
one.
think that's he's playing it sensible. He's gonna buy the
Radiant's bottom tower is under
I
attack.
mean, stick to the game plan. Like, you don't need to do anything crazy at this point on side of Ivy, right?
No.
You've got the game kind of in your hands. Up to you.
Dyer's
lose
top
this
tower
game.
is under
So
attack.
I like that he's just going to go.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
around my neck. See nature's blasted core.
Oh, bye. That's again rule the map in a way that Alliance seemed they needed to not able to do it. They were finally able to take a tier 1 top. They're already pushing for so much.
The prize is
got
mine.
a butterfly done.
Got a
Probably one of the-
butterfly.
I mean, that's got to be the earliest butterfly. You don't normally get it at this point in the build, so this has got to be some record-breaking timing on the butterfly.
Radiant are
You know,
scared.
sometimes these early butterflies, they can bite you back, though. If they actually get on top of you.
I mean, sure, against
But I
a
don't think
team
that's
that's
gonna
got a load of like magical damage, but Alliance
think it's-
just don't right. You know what
No.
I mean? This is not a Terrorblade that's a threat of being
Dyer's
burst.
top tower
No,
is
definitely
under
not.
attack.
And look at the way that they prepped the
Radiant's
map.
bottom
So
tower
they're playing
is
really
under
aggressively on
attack.
Ivy. Look at these sneaky wards that are in place. I believe Cube ran in and placed them while they were going through these aggressive dives
Dire
earlier.
are
They've got
scanning.
vision behind both your cubes already.
Radiant's bottom tower is fallen.
And that's something that Alliance is Alliance is going to try and make use of the power of the Ursa. They're headed and obviously with a lot of vision being focused around that. Where?
Radiant's bottom
Nice
tower
handed to
is
me.
under
They
attack.
do. No one was defending bottom.
Alliance might, they should be able to finish it in time though. Because
They're low.
He swipes that down. And then they'll be able to do this. Alliance.
Dyer's top tower
with the
is
Aegis.
under attack.
That was a bit scary. I think that for me felt like one of those moments where maybe they get the rush and everything, but they could just die immediately afterwards. Ivy doesn't make it there quite in time. I mean, even with Aegis, not easy for Charlie to really fight, as you mentioned. Not in the ring. Grab him in place and something like that.
All that
Could be finished on Mobe.
Could be as well on Chuan. Both teams charge into the fight.
Ooh, I like this gem. Early gem picked up from JMV. I think they're realizing if they're grouped up with this TB, with this Flash, how powerful they are right now, if they're just not getting picked off from this pesky wrist,
Dyer's
Other
top
thing,
tower is
I
under
think this is
attack.
a really good gem purchase. Very early, but I think with the momentum that they're getting, I think it's quite appropriate.
Shadows.
nuts take us.
Get back aggressive indeed. For his efforts.
They
Will
should have
die.
run when they had that chance.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Now, sure, Charlie. Well played. scare the Terrorblade at
Yeah, agreed. So they have to cause some type of
Dire's top
volatility,
tower
just
is
cause some
under
type
attack.
of to allow Charlie to get these next 2 items. Basher. More like the Basher and the MKB. The Blink is going to enable him to build fights a little more. To kill and 100. JM, like what he needs to do on this tree, stay near his TV.
Was that sort of the gem reveal as well? It's in blue.
That was the reveal.
Here to hold Trent through the BKB. Big damage on him from the Terrorblade. He has to get out of it, Trent. Will manage to live. Bottles up. Away from the fight.
Yo, he's hitting so hard. With the straight damage build. If he's not targeted, he will clean heroes up in seconds. Is that fair?
And the thing is as well, yes. David, does he need to get the BKB? But BKB and Scotty queued up, or could he get away with just buying the Scotty? I feel like he could get away with just going Scotty before the Does he really die?
And he has he's probably thinking just because he has the saves behind him that he might be able to go.
Yeah, I think he. Nah, he's gonna buy it. He's just gonna... It's
being
the
sensible.
Got it.
And either way, he's still gonna.
Dire's middle tower is
I
under
mean, he does
attack.
so much damage anyway.
Dire's structures are fortified.
I mean, Alliance, they've got to do something. Got the Aegis still, and they know that Metamorphosis is down. This would be the time to strike. Not anyone Ivy, but
The tower is just not their forte. Living armor is down, and they're just like, all right, well, Ursa hitting a tower just feels bad as is. And this is going to buy time for that overdose to come back up, keep you meta 50 seconds. And Onmate, in the meantime, is like, okay, you guys want to pressure mid? Shoves the bottom wave really hard. There's a siege creep.
Radiant's bottom tower
gotta
is
answer
under
this.
attack.
fraction around it.
Dire's middle tower is under attack. Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Shadows take us.
On the ones to try to, the biggest match for them really, of course, I think, is finding the straight.
Radiant's middle tower is under
Getting this
attack.
gem, taking it away from them would be massive, but pass by it.
Combo that lasts.
Yep, he doesn't need to be this greedy hood with this game. He can be all about his team because he has this incredibly massive team. I like it.
Time where didn't have the heroes around to protect him, and they can start maybe put them there pressure on the tier 2 mid.
They block meta.
Yeah, they can hit the buildings if they want to, but Men's trying to do his best to make sure.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
BKB. Yeah, here with Mobile closing in on him. BKB's team out. Definitely, he's killing off the creep wave.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Yeah, a bit of a wasted meta, honestly. They had the kill probably on Charlie even without him using it, but he wanted to turn it in. Wasted meta, but a good move from Gwen. So meta for BKB. Towers, because they didn't have. Actually, never mind. Yeah, still good hold.
Yeah,
but either way,
I can only imagine Fire 65 just probably expect Charlie wasn't.
Yeah,
probably thought there was going to be action burst.
Radiant's middle tower is under
super
attack.
good. Got the cut off for him. Top one shows himself. Lions still look. Meta still on cooldown, 65 seconds, trying to take some front lines combo.
A bit of burst. But it's not enough to have skill to die for his efforts there. Mobike jumps the Mirana, deals with them. I mean, this is the sort of tickling Paraplay killing him, getting close to killing him. It seems like a bit of an impossible task. You're gonna be able to walk away from this. Not even able to do that.
I mean, Mobe is, again, like, he is doing exactly the same thing that he did last time on Tusk. Almost finds S4 in the mid lane also. He's really owning. I mean, 6-0 and 6. He's part of almost like, 30 of these kills, 12 of the 50. Every single one, he's just rotating. He's in every single fight. Lions looking for a battle with himself here. Match.
Hitting him with the BKBs, but there's the rule. Everybody's going to hold the turn and back. They'll try and make something happen with the lasso. We got the BKB off beforehand. Bring only a Mobile down low. Now will allow them to get those 2 kills. Now, the outnumbers and they deal with this Terrorblade. They can't. Even though they've taken down 2 and only lost 1, they still have no business tackling the Terrorblade. As 65 picks up another kill. With him, but with
Radiant's top tower is under
it's so
attack.
difficult to make moves on this Terrorblade. They keep the TP out. But they've got it. The
Dire's
Sleepers
middle
there.
tower is under
Alliance, they
attack.
finally are able to take down the Terrorblade. When looking over what people as well here in the trees, see what they can turn this into even more. Find the guys
Dire's
who
middle
with the
tower
double,
is under
and
attack.
that is exactly what Alliance needed. And all off the back there of S4 with a very well placed Ravage, pretty much patching them all. It looked like
Dire's
the
middle
Terrorblade
tower
was going to
is
become
under
too much,
attack.
but as his BKB came to an end and they're able to draw out the fight, deal with Pyro 65.
2-0 and so hard in this fight also. I mean, the fact that he just survives till the end of it there, he's able to just pull the TB into this spot. He got like either 16 or 17 or 18 sticky casts off. So that it really starts to build up on the TB. He doesn't have that dispel. He didn't go for some type of manta this game, so he is able to just collapse on top of it. Now Alliance, nice
Perfect for Alliance. Fight like that goes straight to the picture. Got a full-on stream done.
Your shadow has fallen to the radiant.
Allowed them to take a bit of a hit to Ivy and knock away some of the things that Ivy had.
literally the best thing that they could have asked for there, right?
Good.
5-man, I believe. 5-man Ravage?
I think you got them all. Yeah.
Yeah, 4 or 5. I think he gets the anchor smash on like everyone too, so everyone's damage is reduced. And as you said, they isolated the TV long enough.
Let's see if I can do it again here, Alliance.
And that's a big step forward. Because now this Bat Rider, you know, Chuen, he had a little bit of time, a little bit of a struggle to get enabled in the early game here, but now he's got to block. So for the next fight, even more of these sticky spams, or the spam from all his spells. Ursa is now taking that top network spot and will have the MP very soon. So if they don't kill Charlie, he is going to rip. Ravage back up as well. Yeah. Everything ready for Alliance with an Aegis. Ivy. I kind of a bit for both sides. Be looking for the same opportunity. And level 18 is now been
Dire's
feels good
bottom
for
tower
Alliance.
is under
Even though they're
attack.
very close to this MKB on the Ursa, maybe they do just actually wait for it, but it does feel like they're in a better position to take these fights now.
driving through the entire fight.
I'm not opposed to taking the
I want him to pull his armor item. Okay, yeah, he did switch. I saw he had the quickening charm in, and I'm like, I don't know. If he had a
Dyer's
Dragon
bottom
Scale
tower
earlier
is
for the
under
last
attack.
fight, I want him to have a bit more armor. In case he does get hit by some stuns and everything like that, all he needs to do is survive, and they need long duration team. For the back. Yep, 500 gold. That MKB is done. Age is still for 2 minutes. They're comfortably.
And we'll see if, because obviously the fight itself, Lions still didn't get a chance to take
Radiant's top tower is
Well,
under
every
attack. Radiant's top tower has fallen.
closing the network. Back that fight. You imagine we can win another one, then we'll start to see the
Yeah, but they definitely
Dyer's
got
middle
to
tower
where they've
is
solved
under
the
attack.
issue of the Terror Blade, right? Now
Radiant's
Charlie,
courier
he's the
has
full
been
answer.
killed.
They have the Backlight as well, that's great. Ivy, I'd say they're under quite a bit of pressure here. How they want to
Dyer's bottom tower has fallen.
They just have better team fight with this if the Ravage is able to connect with them.
Radiant's top tower is under attack. Dyer's bottom tower is under attack. Radiant's middle tower is under attack. Radiant's top tower is under attack.
It's a lot of answers.
Dyer's
So
bottom
many
tower
answers
is
starting to
under
build up
attack.
for TB.
Thank
He's got a lot of gold saved up.
Yo, Charlie. And up the Tia. Yeah, look at the DKB.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
50 seconds. That was the fight here, right? I think they're on top of the net.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
They're trying to get away, but Alliance go catch him as well.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Push back onto the two of them and try and hide through the tricky line, but Charlie will find him with the earth shot.
And Mobe.
Dyer's middle tower is under attack.
Charlie, Ivy, they're getting outplayed here. They're getting outplayed here by Alliance Chuen and S4. Definitely the ones leading the charge, and in great fashion. And down bottom, Ponlo, he's actually found over in the
Dyer's
tree
middle
line.
tower has fallen.
Go on in.
Dyer's middle tower is under
Careful about how
attack.
they keep left track. The rest of the fight around. Go for left track. They're focusing on getting. So yeah, Alliance is stuck. They're catching Ivy by surprise.
The game is going completely wide open, right? It's swung
Dyer's
totally
middle
into the favor of
tower
Alliance.
has
Now this downtime is obviously going to be there for Ivy. It's going to be hard to come back from. It's Ursa just finished MKB, has another 2,700 gold. These are amazing jumps. They find the perfect target, right? They find a TB in the front line. He has to use the nice. And now Obi, they're going in. They're going to go in for this one. They're
Dyer's
diving the
middle
base.
tower is
So
under
maybe
attack.
they're going to go for this terribly. Put them out of the shot. Oh, the 65 is down and out of the game for a minute. Alliance charging down the mid lane. They're up to the tier 3 tower. That's a selfish release, but only 65 out of the game for
Dyer's
a
middle
decent
tower
amount of
is
time.
under
They've put
attack.
the foot on the next Ivy. But they are crumbling as Alliance. The last few fights have just broken down everything that it felt like Ivy was going to be able to achieve.
Dyer's middle tower
They
has
seem to
fallen.
have all the answers. I mean, he popped that against immediately as soon as
Dyer's
Choi
middle
comes in.
barracks are under attack.
Back, yeah, that's a Rax. Tier 2s are up in the silos, so not going to be a second set, but either way. Alliance.
Dyer's
Yeah,
middle
I mean,
barracks
look at this
has
Earth.
fallen.
All 3 cores are good. After such a good game for Ivy,
Dyer's middle barracks are
for
under
20 minutes
attack.
or so,
Dyer's middle
mistakes.
barracks has fallen.
One of these 2 opportunities really the Alliance was able to find. Just
Dyer's top tower is
setting that
under
pace up.
attack.
And Ravage back up in 4 seconds. They're going to be able to do it again right afterwards. And Ivy, what's their answer now at this point? They've lost their gem. They've lost any hope.
Dyer's top tower has fallen.
Impressive stuff.
This was an easy game. Players have allowed us last few
Yeah.
They need this series win. Get up towards. Massive now. Last few fights, the grab just the lassos. Wait.
Yeah. Really, really well executed after that. Lights. Now with this type of lead too, having the gem and everything, they have great control of all these areas. And for Ivy, the PO is now kind of meta, and also they just have so many answers for him now at this point. It's just not easy. If he gets lassoed, they have overwhelming damage. If he gets caught in Ravage, they have overwhelming damage. They did rebuy, I believe, a new gem on the side of Ivy to try to get things a little back together. They need to find some type of big catch.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
The lights are fairly split up across the map on low. And mid. Ali opens the top, was doing. Time to catch them. Tank's already.
He's already back.
The outpost.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Alliance, they themselves are prepared for a fight if
Radiant's
by the end of
courier
what's in.
has been killed. Dire's
Massive
top
push
tower
down
is
bottom,
under
though,
attack.
because this Bat Rider is leaving. This mission is really large.
Dire's structures are fortified.
Alliance, Charlie, location.
Radiant's courier has been killed.
Trying to find an opportunity to fight. They're gonna go. They might just walk into their front.
Radiant's top tower is
Bottom.
under
I mean,
attack.
look at this This bottom wave is pretty huge. What is it, like 6, 7 range double catapult?
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
On low. Ward down. Yep. Got bots backed up so he can jump. Walk into this high ground. That's pretty much that allows. That's probably the worst place that they can fight because Ivy. That's where PO is able to get. Let's Roche now is on the menu perhaps for Ivy. And that's an Aghanims.
Not against a Ravage.
Very risky.
They've got to take a fight before they try for Roche.
Yeah, Sword has a full. Wants to buy it, yeah. Harley now, he's the one who walks through it. Aghanims could be a game changer, really. Like if Ivy's able to get it themselves, be having this early fear community.
Lions, they're going to send Charlie back in here, slowly bringing it down.
And if anyone on Ivy steps up a little too far, they're just going to get grabbed. Meanwhile, DD walks away at the bottom. There's the area. Get poked. It's always that vision in there because of the pesky little hoodwink. Are they hesitant to just pull him in?
Dire's courier has been killed.
I guess distance himself too far from it. They go double shoot. That's surprising.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack. Dire's middle tower is under attack.
The next wave of silence also causing issues for 165 as he's out of the game for a minute. The rest of Ivy now on the retreat as Alliance they can chase down the ball. Slowly taken down, triple kills for Charlie.
Give it a rampage.
They're just cleaning up for Alliance in their leisure. As Ivy, they just have no business in these team fights out against Alliance. How far ahead Alliance has managed to get.
The abyssal
Out playoff throughout Alliance.
And
Ivy
that's-
just unable to keep up with the level. Alliance is bringing.
Gets away, but yeah, I mean that's for he's maybe 1-4 or something this game, but Charlie might have that amazing kill score and everything 11-2, but it feels like he's been the one.
How many has?
Really bring them
And
back.
yes,
Modern terrain.
it was clearly a point of the game where said the team not going to be able to play lane,
Yep.
be able to get huge farming lane, but if he's able to hit these ravages right, then he'll have that opening when to just go in, find the targets. Charlie also. Charlie whole game is terrible now. Far beyond the farm.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
They just get in the face of the TV, right? That score is literally just ravaging, literally point blank, gets the first on him, gets the halberd in this situation.
Also having to be careful. Right, it's coming out here for
Dire's top tower has fallen.
the Abyssal and the MKB.
Dire's top barracks are under attack.
Boys big, Charlie at critical mass.
Dire's top barracks has fallen.
That's it.
It's not so cute, and he's actually going to be able to get out of it, cute. Well, they've lost Pablo. I was able to catch it. March will back off and on the push for now. Down. Again soon. Snowball. 565 would be getting close towards the tide, and now turn over with Charlie. Mobile gets out. Now 565 to trouble. Forces him, separating him from Alliance. Bringing Charlie over, because Charlie's got that 86, so he goes around to either be able to take it down to one side or the other down his own beat. He'll fall.
Ravage.
There's the Ravage S4 holds on to him. So there's Patrick Lara kill again from Charlie. This game is over. GG, it's called. Alliance will take this game one.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Radiant
Radiant
considered that Ivy, there was a point in this game where they felt they had. We've got this last night, they're fantastic. And I think, just hats off to Alliance. They really did a great job of addressing how to turn around and how to win a game that looked like a very difficult game for them at the start.
Yeah, I mean they were behind, but I think it only reached 5,000 gold, maybe 6 at one versus Ivy. They kept it cool. They waited for that one big team fight, and it was after that one big team fight that it was full momentum, right? I think they won. I think it was the score was 16.
Radiant team ban.
It was a good idea to flex around with a 1 and 3, but it also impacted your team fighting by a lot. Would you like to see Owned Me with a different
Dire
hero,
team
perhaps,
back.
Fog? Were you happy with the
Radiant
performance he
team
was
back.
able to pull off with this Lesh?
I mean, his early game was all fine, but I think
Dire
overall,
team
like
ban.
the way that he functions with the team, it does feel just. Even when I think when he was not this season by any means, but banking a lot last year, like that's when he dominated these games. So I probably would agree with that. I think I'd like to see him more. You know, they did do the course of the
10 seconds remaining.
Yeah, they thrive when I think.
5 seconds
Maybe not.
remaining.
Quite
Radiant team pick.
It's a very spicy draft. Lena, Brood both open.
Yep, Rubik, Brood, my friends.
We've seen a lot of these first big broods just relish and have a lot of fun. Lena does get banned out, so Alliance S4 Brood, I feel like the Alliance's drafting
10
priority
seconds
has
remaining.
usually been S4, actually having his
Dire
hero
team
picks so
pick.
much further on into the draft. They do have his Centaur that they've picked a lot in the first phase, but they will opt for the Rubik and now Ivy. Do they take the Brood challenge? Do they go for something different here?
I mean, Brood is totally fine. It depends, I
10
think, for them, like how
seconds
comfortable they are and what type of style they want to go for. But I feel that
5
Brood is just a good
seconds
hero.
remaining.
If you're comfortable with it, you can just pick it here with some casual range 4. It's not like you care too much about some Rubik being in the pool. Obviously, Alliance are going to have a
Dire
pick on
team
8 that they can counter it, but you still get some good 4 matchups later down the line. So I think it just makes sense. And for Alliance, they should have an idea of what they already want. It's quite simple, and you should at least expect the possibility of Ivy taking Brood here.
Currently, the 3 highest heroes in terms
10
of the
seconds
West
remaining.
European Division 2 of how good they are, how
5
often are they being
seconds
banned, and
remaining.
also the
Team
ban win rates with Selena, Brood, then Centaur. They are also going to bring up the Tiny on the side of Ivy. Odipixel, what would you like to see on Alliance here? Are we going to see a potential core lined up here, maybe a mid pick here for Chuen in the first phase?
I mean,
10 seconds. Radiant team ban. Naga Siren.
well, there's going to pump a
Okay.
Naga Siren in early. I guess they feel to get these two very popular picks have a good game.
Yeah, it's the
Tundra
second
answer.
time.
10 seconds remaining.
time that they've picked up this Naga in the first phase and in
5
total.
seconds remaining.
Yeah, it's the Tundra response that I've seen versus. Yeah, we're doing that. Really difficult. Like lane is just really. You help your support. That's the thing that I've
Dire
noticed.
team ban.
The Brood is like trading and stuff like that. There's Esky illusion. Then you can just. But at vice versa, I've seen these also put the spiders, block the Naga Siren's camp, or at least kind of cool how this.
Radiant team ban.
Yeah, there is. I think there's one cool thing about Dota or like some hero matchups, because a lot of the time it's like, oh, they have Brood. We want an answer for the spiders, or we want an answer in the lane. But I think Naga has like multiple layers of what she does well against Brood. It's like you don't really care about the hero later in the game. You
10
lane well
seconds
against
remaining.
it. You deal with the spiders. You will always farm, and most of all, you also
5
like you deal
seconds
with the map,
remaining.
which is oftentimes like what Brood is very annoying for. It's like what she does with the map, that she can run around and kill towers, and like Naga kind of, she answers like every box of Broodmother, and that's why it's like, it has to be one of the best carry matchups that you can pick.
The last time Alliance picked this was also a first pick Rubik into 8th Naga versus Treant and Enigma on the side of Water Rune Enjoyers. We also added up some extra team fight between DK and the last pick Razor, which was of course the Palantimos classic. Me and Tigo were just praying to pick. That was actually the one case where we were all sitting on the edges of our seats, like, yeah, they just picked the Razor already versus the Naga. But I think Ivy might be taking a bit of a different approach in terms of their cores. I'm thinking if this Ember goes through, that'd be a potential for Ivy, and then flex the Tiny as a 4.
Radiant team ban.
It's possible. There's also one other pick that I feel like is a very sleeper hero against Naga. I've seen it like 2 times now. It's this like carry / mid DK against Naga throughout the game with like this Midas or whatever, like Midas, Manta, Axe. Like eventually this Naga just
10
doesn't
seconds
do
remaining.
anything to you. Because like these Naga games, they come to the stage
5
where
seconds
eventually Naga split push has kind of tapered off at like 40 minutes, and then some heroes, they just start outscaling it, and DK is definitely one of those.
Damage is also very handy, for sure. And that was what Water Rune Enjoyers did play against Alliance. They did pick up the DK, their 18th. However, Ivy, they do get to pick first, and then respond to Alliance's double pick, as they have a support open, and they also have the flex on this Tiny. We've seen Cube had some very good performances on the Tiny before. We've not seen Mobe play the hero at all, so you'll likely might just see Jan Vincento, who has a pretty large hero pool. I think he's played like 10 or 11 different heroes so far. What would be good as a 5 here? We're looking at Phoenix, looking at Silencer, Spell on the Torment in terms of like Abaddon, for example. I know he likes the hero. You guys think?
I would say not the Silencer. I don't like it as much into like this overall like map play of Naga, and she's gonna build Manta, so that already doesn't make you feel too good. I think so when you have Brew Tiny and they answered with Naga, it's obvious to both teams that they did it for a reason, and Naga already has a good game. So you need to start addressing this Naga in some ways. Something I've seen a lot in China, which maybe isn't too easy for Ivy to do, is to fit in a Lion in their draft, because you can mana drain the Illus, you can hex the Illus. But as I said, maybe not amazing, because then your Tiny is a 5 or a mid, unless you want to play 5 Lion, which isn't amazing. But I just want some damage and some sort of clearance for Naga Illus or the hero in the game.
I want Zeus, honestly. I think that's the one that I've seen does well the best versus the Naga Siren. It's like this Naga's come out with like, the game gets prolonged a lot in a lot of these games, even with like the Naga Zeus matchup. But it's like 45 minutes and the 35,000 net worth.
10 seconds remaining.
I've personally been, but maybe not this big.
5 seconds remaining.
Yeah, for JM.
Give options at least, taking their time, full reserve time for the side of Ivy about their options. The DK Ember Axel already kind of touched upon, looking pretty handy on both sides of, like, especially when we see Chuan. If he gets his Ember, he's been so good on the hero. And looking at some of the numbers and stats of the hero and Chuan in terms of all the other mid players in this division, he's been looking like the best mid player. When he gets that Ember Spirit, he's just all over the place, doing so much work, so much damage, high impact. So Do you feel like that
10
could be an option now
seconds
that Ivy
remaining.
picked up the Train Protector?
It's.
5
I mean,
seconds
first of all,
remaining.
I'm not the
need
biggest
a
fan. I'm not the biggest fan of this treant as for now. I feel like the way these heroes play together is not as nice.
Silencer.
Would rather have heroes that follow her. So for Ivy, it's important they're gonna take heroes that can. They need to like block this map at some point because I think team fighting, unless you get really good core matchups, isn't gonna be that easy. And then treant might just feel very ass unless you can hold the map with your next two core
10
picks.
seconds
So for
remaining.
Alliance, they're gonna answer with a bit of team fight with a silencer of their own.
5 seconds
I don't know if they have
remaining.
a flex pick here, like in their pool that they could hold
Dire
hostage
team pick.
until later, like a hero that can go mid and off lane. But I feel like for them, yeah, sure,
Radiant
you got it.
team
You got your
backs.
little fireman. It's a good pick.
And an instant Medusa into Naga. Are you happy with the Sodi Pixel?
No, I think so. I really like what Lance got popping off on the great team.
10 seconds remaining.
And
5 seconds
Medusa.
remaining.
like Ember can kind of pick fights around.
Dire team
you know,
ban.
likely that he's like all enough. Like the Naga can play. It doesn't kind of hit me much of a like a bam as draft perspective. Lost by eye.
Radiant
Doesn't
team
fill me
ban.
with a lot of confidence. Lions, right now, I'm very happy about it. With the fact that the Medusa, I don't think. Lions is
10 seconds remaining.
very happy right now.
Yeah.
It feels like a big, damn good game for this Ember
5
to push the
seconds
issue.
Yeah.
remaining.
Just play versus some, like what, just play versus tiny abilities, that's it. Online, you
Dire
can really
team
pressure, get involved, run into the enemy jungle, pressure. Come on. A lot right now.
The last time Pyos actually played this Medusa is in 21 in November. That was also East European DPC Tour 1 qualifiers.
seconds
So
remaining.
they did win, but it's been a while since he's played it in an official
5
game.
seconds remaining.
Matchup is looking a bit difficult on the side of them. And of course, we kind of touched upon that butterfly. Pio loves his butterfly. He's built it in every last 6 or 7 games on this Medusa. So looks like another one might be incoming, boys.
But hopefully someone's
Radiant
yelling at
team
him.
pick.
That he should
Well,
not do it.
you know what?
Yeah.
As the one argument, at least he's not playing versus like a natural MPB. Like if that's the case, it's much better versus
Yeah.
like a Naga than versus Ursa. Ursa's like one of the most Naga does not buy it what.
Can go blood for though.
Yes, that is the one. But you'll usually have like your
10
Manta.
seconds remaining.
But yeah, I'm not a fan of it.
5 seconds remaining.
What you have?
I'm happy that they banned Darkseer. I think that would have been one of the better picks here for Alliance. I think Ivy did a good job on their bans. Some S4 hero. They've done some Underlord against Medusa before. I don't want to see that. I don't think that's that good. I think something like a casual Mars, unless there's something better I'm not currently seeing, I feel like that hero is just
Dire
totally
team pick.
Kind of some power synergy. Got Brood. All right, let's bring out the Doom. That's a pretty standard, you could almost say, against Medusa.
Lights doesn't like to. I guess not overall picking too. I think across most of them have objectives. Just have ways to kind of sit back, spawn, wait for timing, and then
10 seconds
I mean it works for
remaining.
them. Sometimes their lanes, the game does look a little.
5 seconds remaining.
If they have an idea around timings and fights, and then same thing, right? Very low objective picking lineup, but they made it work beautifully last time.
Also, their crack control on the side of Alliance, it's not down to stuns, it's about roots, so that Stone Gaze should be going off at a pretty high percentage, especially with the Manta build-up against the Global Silence. Can Ivy actually protect this core better than in the last game, where they definitely felt like their fights were a bit all over the place? Do they want to lock in a hero that has more frontline presence, connected with this Broodmother and the Tiny Ring around?
I mean, I was actually hoping that they would have picked a DK early on 18, because now a lot of mid heroes, they don't feel as nice to play into the Silencer. I guess it's similar with Doom. I know that he loves his puck, but I feel like this is not the easiest puck game to execute. I was looking at Kunkka, it's like tanky, it's okay against Naga, it's okay against Ember, but there's also something off with that hero. Suddenly you have like these you just have so many slow heroes that just want to stand their ground. I would like something a bit more like a hero that's a slightly faster and that can go and help the Brood in this early game.
I'm not
yeah,
sure.
if you go,
I'm like,
if you go Puck, you have to build Ewells as well.
yeah, exactly. I was mentioned, is just that doesn't really work out so well. They have a lot of ways to get top views. Kind of worried. I don't know what the last. Punk also, you're playing versus.
Yeah.
Sure, your lane.
I speak for the
You may
team.
now select your heroes.
Hey,
See how they roll this one. They bring up the Nature's Prophet to end it off, and that's going to be mid. So no changes on the side of Ivy. And as we've already seen the Alliance draft round out, let's talk about this Furion for just a second before we get into the game. What do you think about this one on the side of Mobe?
I am not a fan, personally. I think Ember is gotta be one of the best heroes against natures. Like I talked about similarly earlier. Ember lanes well into you. You never do anything to him unless you rush Orchid. You deal with the map presence. You don't care about him in team fights. So I think Chuan should be very happy. Even though I don't like the Doom as much, I think it fits with how Alliance want to play the game overall in terms of map state. Ember is elusive. Naga makes the map chaotic so you can get pickoffs. I really dislike the last pick, Natures. So I'm going to have to go with Alliance on this one.
I'm saying Alliance on this one. I'm not even going to ask Odie and Falk because they're going to be casting this next game as well. Let's see if Alliance have that buff on their side, take a 2-0 for themselves, and stretch themselves further, dropping Ivy to stay in Division 2. Go ahead, gents. Hope you enjoy this game.
Thank you very much, T-Panda. Yeah, I'm excited to see what the plan is from Ivy, but I'm definitely game one. I felt Ivy had a stronger draft. They weren't able to win it. But like this game, Ivy, they did not have the stronger draft. Alliance is pretty terrifying, and that combined with how well Alliance played in game one, I feel this game it could be rough.
yeah, I think this could. I think at NP actually in the mid lane is it's like in safe lane we've seen.
Prepare for battle.
I'm just gonna go with Liquid. They flexed it a couple times. I think been like off lane, but seen these carry initiative profits do well. I think we've seen like a couple of these games where the lane looked great, but then mid game hit and he was answered playing into the Ember. I mean, let's see what Ivy's able to do. This one just looked. I don't see the synergy between heroes as well. Top. Some Alliance. They brought the squad to cut the trees.
Chase can jam.
Toss.
Turn themselves towards S4. Clear to get some points out here on towards S4. But S4's backing him up to end and get him on low.
Back to business. Back to go cut those trees. And actually get the. S4 also not really healthy. Maybe looking to just walk back to base. He scored third thing. He popped scored third to get back faster.
The battle begins.
Saw that Lift was skilled as well on low.
To the bouncer. And yeah, we'll see. Yeah, well, I mean, what do you imagine the Nature's Prophet? What was in mind for the?
What I'm trying to think here. I guess maybe it is just going to be that Orchid box. Because you had mentioned someone to just accelerate pace of the game, and since they don't have the most lockdown for this ever, maybe he's going to look for tempo upset that Orchid. That was really up. But I'm not too sure. I just haven't seen it pick too much. Here the lane, we said lane should be pretty good.
Dire's
Top lane
turret
should be
has
pretty damn
been
good though.
killed.
I would say that Ivy as well. After that start, Big having this skilled lift level 1, them having all their available. So 2 lanes should be pretty successful on the side of Ivy, I would say. What can they turn into? How's the balance of their heroes?
I mean, I imagine it. A lot of moves. white play. I have Ivy's number.
Yeah, I'm really curious. I'm going to be clicking on Mobe a lot in this game just to see what the build like, how he's going to look. The other thing is he's playing with the Brood. So like he wants to. Sometimes his nature's probably you want to press your safe lane early, even from like mid. So maybe a little weird for him to go to the Brood lane too early on and just feel. Yeah, we'll see. Because right now, looking at lane 13 and 8.
He is, yeah.
Dire's courier has been killed.
As far as actually doing, even though he had to run back to base, doing actually.
I imagine he won't do the other.
No, I don't.
Find a butterfly will be a lot later.
I think this one's probably just more standard, man. So what if he does mid? Better arguments this game because he's not playing versus a natural KV buyer, but still, I don't like that item. Most games, as mid lane, still seeing Mobe doing amazing. Chuen, it's gonna start getting a little better for him now.
Coin. No.
Not so fast.
It's dropping a bit. Cut off the speed. Bottom.
I got with Charlie, but
so the thing for the nature's prophet mid that we saw, especially from Elf, was a controlling map. So that's the other thing I'm going to be looking at Mobe is control. So right now he has actually all his treants up top to be able to get one of the denied runes. Doesn't have a treant for the bottom rune. Is it? Mobe. And yeah, so Sumail, when we saw him playing it so much, is on him.
From my stone. First blood, last word.
Sumail was the one who was doing like really pressuring early as the MP and then blocking camps, constantly taking runes. That's maybe that's also something. Yeah, we'll see. I'm really just waiting to see what item he can use. That's.
damage themselves.
Got the nice ice armor too. Stand these right. Soon we're gonna see this Wrath of Nature probably coming on. And yeah,
Radiant's middle tower
right.
is under
I was
attack.
like, it has to be. Like, what else could be it? Like, I was gonna say, if he goes with Lightner or something, that's too slow. Because it's also an option to do stuff like that in scale. But okay, so this is their concept for having this silence map. Now he's got Wrath of Nature, so kill threat on these side lanes there. And also at the same time, Chuen, he can counter gank pretty effectively. Sure, he doesn't have chains or anything. After showing up to these lanes, high slight. Nice power. Top rune. It's there.
Yeah, this is that. Game goes down. Not before Polo gets taken out there by the nature.
Big rune. Regen. Sure, it's not that like big kill. Back up to full HP. Sitting in the lane versus the MP. We talked about it last incident. He's only just slightly ahead of you.
You cannot mess the golden.
with a skill build, sure, he's going to have this like max life where he can just waltz into enemy jungle and start to look. Mid tower, in the first episode, big creep wave coming in. Trouble.
Double hit. Early kill.
Down own me. 6 is still going to come out at a pretty good timing, but you mentioned, you know, this Broodmother, it's been an answer from some good amount of teams. So stay in. You don't need to send your offense back.
I'm getting clean up here. They might have a chance there as well.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Towards the top. Onto S4. Now we'll be able to put a fair bit of good move in.
Yeah, nice play. I love that he does this. He does this deny ruin thing, and he's looking at as soon as the end. He hasn't shown what item build he's going. I mean, he's shown us, but he hasn't brought anything out to reveal it just yet. Now he will, so we'll at least give that idea. I think Alliance probably has that idea as well. Now it's going to reveal it. Let's see if Quinn does actually itemize against it or anything like that or not. And then, is he actually going to build?
Oh my. This is
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Starting to get the juice.
Radiant structures are fortified.
Mangoes, though. Isolated the real.
Radiant's
Naga
bottom
those
tower
illusions are
is
going
under
to
attack.
clean out. So yeah, bottom tower definitely in jeopardy. Gwen. Yeah. Continuing for Rio, perhaps. This Doom.
Range inside. Minus 65's out of the lane. We've opened up the mobile to put some down. Tier 1's starting
Runs in about 100. And then he does have this constant pill.
invisibility.
Maybe the supports can die quite easily.
Charlie.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Definitely be able to take out two. Be able to close a bit. Spider.
Hey, that's a pretty big deal.
Dire's
Solo kill and almost
structures
takes
are
out Brood as well, and he's just going to get salved up so he can stay down here as well.
Dire's
And
middle
they're now
tower
putting
is
emphasis
under
onto
attack.
mid tower themselves. This is pretty huge right now, Alliance. They're even chasing PO, Twan, trying to get the just slight spam.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Turn away. Yeah. Orchid jump back in after this. He'll turn for the Orchid to drop it down. On retreat, we're back up from Ponlo. Fine. Back Ivy, there won't be. No.
Radiant's
Great play
bottom
from
tower
Tuan.
is under
That was
attack.
very close to him getting, a sprouted Orchid onto him
Radiant's
from Obey,
bottom
but
tower
immediately
has
gets
fallen.
the jump away. Very aware of that move. Very aware of
Radiant's
that
top
emphasis.
tower is under attack.
It's going to go down. Also, bottom tower to Ivy.
Radiant's
Even they have
middle
to walk
tower
away
has
from their
fallen.
jungle. They do find two big towers.
Radiant's top tower has been denied. Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Now it's you've gotten these two tier 1s, now where does he want to take any of these? Team fight, it's kind of it's pretty lackluster on the side of Ivy. It's more about you splitting up. Alliance, I mean, they're definitely not any rush. They've got that result provided. They've got everything that Naga for.
Yeah. Freezing one. Flare against the Brood Mother.
And he does, since he saw that Orchid, he is going to build. So he's going Maelstrom, and then he's going to go back to the Yule. I think he's very happy with this type of game. Now, pressure to do. They have a tri-scaling 4 lineup versus. I mean, it's a dual 4 versus side of Ivy.
Radiant
Alliance scales. Looks really. Ivy, got to start getting some more pressure going there somehow. Not an easy location to put. Naga Siren time. Naga almost having Manta finished up. That's where he's just constantly cutting.
Dire's middle tower.
He is really annoying. He'll get these treants. Trying to do. Mobe shows himself.
Now TPs are coming in. They're on top of me. TP out. Not going to make it. Damage is done. They'll take him down. It's a good route on the 3 of them, and it's enough to set up the return kill onto 2X. Ivy, they'll find one in return, and they hit Hollow as well. So a good response from Ivy around the mid.
Very
maybe Robot would have told you that's the plan all along there, because they've ended up losing 3 heroes. Ivy be able to set up a fantastic fight for 565 to get involved in a bit of a cleanup.
Right place to go. The right place at the right time for this overgrowth. I think
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Kind of griefed Chun a little bit with the toss on him. I think he was just trying to get that secondary slide out and then just isn't able to because I think he was
Dire's
silenced.
bottom tower is under attack.
Ends up maybe dying because he gets tossed and he's just like, oh god, my hero's like not in control of myself. Gets caught out under the over. Come back there from Ivy.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Yeah, I think they just thought, like, I'm pretty sure they were just like, Mobe's totally out of position. They just did not expect this trade that fast. Tried to get in it for him. Still seeing Mobe try to block him.
Warriors of the wood!
Down.
No.
That's it.
Charlie, song in place to make sure the truck steps safely back to the side. He's come back in. They'll go for another change today. Not to Mobile. Mobile back to safety. Mobile still falls. Well, will die for his efforts. Able to take them. Jungle.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Go for these active players.
Dire's structures are fortified.
Yeah, I mean, that was a perfect song. Great TP coming in from Pondo. And now Pondo, he has a much better steal this time around than the toss. He has the avalanche. Has that control. The nature, it's very volatile the way this topic is. Sure, he's able to distance himself with his Orchid and stuff like that. He has decent damage, but as soon as the Naga Lucians even get on him, he just... No Alliance, perhaps even look...
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Straight in onto the Lucer. Mana shield with discipline situation. No chance at the moment through that sort of damage. rolling that. They lead. Charlie getting the full farm while Post 5 struggling.
Dire's
Minor
bottom
safe
tower
area at the
is
map.
under attack.
Feels that much easier for them is Charlie. He's got Manta. Uh-oh, definitely looking problematic. You know, this Orchid, he went
Dire's
for it on
middle
the
tower
MG. We
is
kind
under
of
attack.
anticipated that would be the build he's going for, but they've already got answers. Nagasara's actually built that answer with Manta, and Red, as
Dire's
we
top
talked about,
tower is under
pretty much
attack.
has that wheels fit.
Dire's bottom tower has been denied.
That was the
Dire's
side of
top
Ivy the
tower
next few.
has fallen.
Doom hasn't even been used. S4 is just chilling top net worth as Midas and Greaves.
Comforting rune of regeneration.
Illusion.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Ivy doesn't start getting tiny, they're going to be in so much trouble.
That's at the back of a cube. Right back.
That is a good reveal for Cube.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Scared of Ivy throwing.
No, and they just set the Emperor bottom to deal with that, push this down. Yes, Brendan. Up for the minute.
Caught by the sides, but it doesn't matter. The flames are already up, burning for it. Hands getting now, they're ready to go for more. Global's going to be coming out here to set up the dive forward.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Turn towards JF. Double kill for Chuen. Lions are messing around in this game too. Well, and the lead.
Dire's
Save it with the
structures
doubts that
are
sort of had
fortified.
Revival's draft. Marcus sort of diving in up.
Dire's middle tower is under attack. Dire's middle tower
All
has
three
fallen.
cores just have an answer versus Orchid. There's no real pressure that's coming out from Mobe whatsoever right now. They have a Medusa who's game is looking almost impossible. It feels like for them to. The thing is, they maybe can win some type of fights or get some pickups. With the scaling is not a net. From the Alliance, they'd have to have some miracles really happen with some cost backs later.
Loaded to the gills.
Nagasara already now. Charlie, he's starting to fully control the map. He's starting to cut the three flames. Already got Manta, Orchid. So
Charlie. So, ready if you want to go for the TPL.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
As well. 4 heroes dead on Ivy. The Lions lose Crowbody, and that sort of fight really just tells the story of the game here. 20 minutes in, having that many heroes die like that, it feels like Ivy's
the Nagasara stays in the area. They will find a pick off there. But the fact that he even sticks around, right? He songs, he sits with what, 10%, 20% HP because he's got
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
incredible confidence. Stonegaze even comes off, but either way, they can just fight, right? Red shreds them in the back. This Ember pick 7, 1, and 7, 18 kills. Seems to have been the perfect.
game from Alliance, everything looking solid for them across the board. And again, you say, normally when a Nagasara survives as low as this, you expect the Song TP coming out, but because of the lead that Alliance is at and how strong the team game, he doesn't need to go anywhere. He can stick around and hover about for some XP. No, he gets him.
Yep, and S4 very patient too, right? Waits for the Doom for a long time. Lusa's already probably going to die, so he just throws it onto this Nature's Prophet who just turned up with a fresh PK. Dies right after. Alliance. Really riding his momentum. Now Mobe. Forced to pop another defensive.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Charlie to find one.
Chained in searing heat.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
I feel like he's run out of ways to get out of this one. They're looking for a setup. Will be once again a very good producer.
Over your
Ivy. They're sort of holding on, trying as well. 21 to 8 already at 20. Lions at an 11k advantage.
Dire's
sort of
bottom
turnaround
tower
game
is
one,
under
you know, when
attack.
Game 2. Very difficult. Try and help out the Spider, but the Avalanche won't be enough to stop Alliance. They'll take down another.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
For the fire from Ivy as
And it feels like, honestly, they have like very limited, if any, moves in the map whatsoever. Although, prep with 2 freeze, but Mobe's too scared to even commit on
Can't commit, yeah.
Charlie's unkillable.
Dire's middle tower
For
is
Vincenzo,
under
but
attack.
this, Nagas Iron has a hard time after it. It's only 22. They want, I think for Ivy, they wanted to have a lot more half left. Right? Just he needed to have like this incredible momentum on the game to make this type of space to shut down the end, shut down. It just wasn't the case.
Dire's courier has been killed.
Even though he did get a pretty good ortho timing.
Dire's top tower is under
Very
attack.
nicely done there by Charlie. They back off away from the straight gaze, and then they defend the action, but a Doom's just out onto him immediately. And then they might call this one soon for this one is really over. Driving up to the tier 3s, Alliance are going to be feeling fantastic off the back of this game. They needed the wins today, and you can see it here with that
Dire's
playing
middle
game
tower
2.
is under attack.
This is pretty
Dire's
flawless stuff here from Alliance.
structures are
Not skipping a beat at all against Dive in this game.
Right.
She's not getting the chance to do anything.
No, I mean, Charlie's having a hell of a series himself. Right, last game he had
Radiant's
kill score, but he
bottom
topped
tower
off
is under attack. Dire's middle barracks are under attack.
This time him and Tuen has definitely been the heavy lifters and making
Radiant
everything happen,
are
especially
scanning.
that Ember Spirit. S4 in the last game with his Ravages, but yeah, this
Dire's
time
middle
the other two
barracks
board
has fallen.
close the map off,
Radiant's
play perfectly
courier
on the
has
rotation.
been killed.
His Prophet really get any type of momentum going. And now speaking of this nation's Prophet, Mobe. BKB.
They've got him. A BKB now, he
Dire's
has got
top
to
tower
get it a
is under
second.
attack.
That BKB duration to get out of that.
Oy. Yeah, I mean, they're just way too far behind now at
Dire's
this point
top
to ever have
tower
any
is
hope
under attack.
to be able to touch Charlie.
Double the net.
Literally double.
Carry.
He's
Gardy.
set level 17 too, by the way. Still very high level on this Naga, being an actual hero. And yeah, 3 items ahead of the Medu. Much cleaner this blades. Much better. Running into 3 heroes by himself, no fear. I mean, Mobe, it feels like, as we call it, in the place that the enemy never expects.
Well, they might call it now. It's going to depend on how much of pain they want to
Dire's middle tower is
They
under
see
attack.
Mobe. He's got no BKB for 5 seconds.
There's no way out of this one.
Good in the lane. And he's slightly,
Dyer's
very,
middle
very
tower
slightly
is
behind
under
the Native
attack.
Deposit. Clean rotation, clean itemization. And Charlie, he wants them to get out of this game. Getting faithful.
Dyer's top tower
Guys,
has
he
fallen.
will try and piece together one final fight. Back up to 30
Dyer's
seconds,
structures
but
are
not before that. Damage. They've got the fortification. Juliet cleans up another down bottom play.
Dyer's
Bring
middle
the
tower
bottom wave
is under
around.
attack. Dyer's middle tower has fallen.
Last attack.
Dyer's middle tower has fallen.
It's exposed.
Dyer's ancient is under attack.
We'll take a bit of damage here from Pro 65.
Dyer's bottom tower is under attack.
Now ready to fight here with the rest of them. I take it out. Coming out here from Ivy, but there's nothing they can do to stop
Dyer's
Alliance.
ancient is under
Alliance
attack.
will more than happily pad up the KDAs here. Get a few more kills on the way out. Song set up for Charlie as they'll move up towards the
Dyer's ancient is under attack. Radiant
Alliance. This is the sort of play they need to be consistent with, especially going into a situation now where I believe there's a chance of tiebreak.